Well, for centuries, Europeans fought a series of very costly wars to keep the continent from becoming a Muslim fiefdom. Now Islam is poised to take over peacefully through the simple force of demographic change in Western Europe. A recent study by Pew found that even if all migration ended today, Sweden, France, and the UK would all be about 10% Islamic in 2050. But if the continent experiences high migration at the levels currently underway, by 2050, Sweden will be 30% Muslim, Germany will be 20%. Rizwan Jaka is a board member at ADAMS. It's the All Dulles Area Muslim Society, and he joins us now. Rizwan, thanks a lot for coming on.
Tucker, thank you, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, thank you. So I guess what's interesting to me is how, if the roles were reversed, I think the attitude of our elites would be different. So if you saw, for example, Jordan or the Saudi Kingdom moving toward, I don't know, 30% Methodist, and the Methodists were saying, you know, we really are demanding you serve BLTs in school. You know, no bacon, we change your rules. People would say, well, wait a second. No, you go to someone else's country, you conform to their culture. That's the opposite of what we're seeing in Europe, and I wonder why.
So, first of all, from an Islamic perspective, we actually believe in following the law of the land, the Constitution of the United States,
yes,
Constitution in European countries, and being good citizens and rejecting terrorism and condemning terrorism and working for the protection of life. And
good for you.
Religious freedom is very important, especially we do a lot of work with religious freedom of minorities and Muslim majority countries. Our mosque, our imam, myself, and others have worked to help Christians in Pakistan, Christians in the Middle East, and working with evangelical Christians to uphold.
But you're kind of making
freedom.
My point. I've gone to church, for example, in Pakistan, an Anglican church in Pakistan, where the rector carried a gun because he had to during the service. There is not in the Arab world, or even in South Asia, Pakistan, a tradition of religious pluralism, of freedom, in Muslim-dominated countries. So why wouldn't Europeans be a little bit concerned about maintaining their traditions of pluralism with massive demographic change?
Yeah. And again, just so you know, our thoughts and prayers are with the victims of the attack that happened in a church in Pakistan. We condemn that attack, and Muslims, over there are working to try to protect the Christians, and we have to do more over there. But as far as in Europe, as you know, there's an indigenous European Muslim population of Bosnia, Kosovo, Albanian. So there's a native European Muslim population. Sure. There was immigration that came because of, as we know, Europe colonized North Africa, Middle East, and South Asia, and so there became a Commonwealth migration and
no, actually, Europe didn't really colonize them. That's actually not historically accurate, as you know. I mean, they were there for like 20 minutes after the Ottoman Empire fell. But I don't want you to dodge my question, which is a sincere one. If your population becomes 30% Muslim, it changes. This is what the Swedes are looking at now. And our view over here is if you think that's bad, you're a bigot. And my question is, are there actual concerns? Can you have a pluralistic society, a tolerant society, if it becomes majority Muslim? Will Christians be treated as they are now if the society continues to change at the pace it is?
Yeah, if you look at, first of all...
Do you agree that's a fair question?
I know it's a fair question, and we actually host European Muslim leaders, European governments. They come to our mosque to learn about how American Muslims are integrating into society.
Right.
We talk about, good citizenship. We talk about counter-violent extremism, counter-radicalization, as well as to, have, good commitment to the country. And so this is something that the Muslim communities in Europe are working on, Muslim leaders there, as well as the governments and law enforcement. They want better integration.
Is there any Arab country, overwhelming majority Muslim country, that's actively welcoming Christians and Jews?
Oh, so, I mean, if you look at, Muslim majority countries like Indonesia, like Malaysia, you have
No,
I
meant, right. So, but is there an Arab country that's actively welcoming Christians and Jews?
I mean, so,
the way that Europe is
as far as, like, if you look at, Jordan is a good example. Some of the Gulf countries are working to, like some of them have built churches within their countries itself. There is work that needs to be done, and we are advocates for that Muslim majority countries, Middle Eastern countries, must do more to be welcoming to all faiths and respecting all faiths. So that is something
good for you.
we're working on, and there's a journey that we all have to work on together.
I don't have an argument with you there, and good for you for doing that. I think you're doing God's work if you're doing that. Right. So thank you.
Thank you. Peace be with you.
Peace be with you. Philadelphia thinks it's found a solution to the murder problem there. Get rid of the bulletproof glass that drives men to murder. It's unbelievable. That story's next.